Hello everyone and welcome to the video from the Demon Overlord. So, today I'm coming at you with a review of a new miniature in the lines of the D&D pre-painted. It is the adult Sapphire Dragon. So now, I've already taken him out of the box just so you don't have to hear me ruffling around with it because it did have a little bit of some noisy plastic. So, I've already put his wing in, so his left wing, left wing on his body is separatable. This one is actually got a nice little bit of hook system, so it will stay in there. Wiggles a little bit, but not like, it's really secure though versus like other miniatures where it has a lot of wiggle room. This thing really doesn't. And as you can see, it's a lovely miniature. Look at that imposing figure. Now, I didn't show the box just because, honestly, it's a box. If you're going to keep him in the box for like safety purposes, there is some artwork in it, but I'm really not worried about it. It's just artwork. A lot of people don't keep that stuff. I mean, I normally would, probably even myself, but I just want to get to the miniature take because, God, this is impressive. Look at the head. I love these, the spikes. If you take a little look here at those nice spikes, I guess I made a shadow there. And you see the spikes on his face. They have this actual false floating effect because in the dragon's description, both these and the tail spikes float. Now, if you look at the wings from underneath, they are quite big and massive, which is definitely needed. And there's his underside, adult Sapphire Dragon. And this is an example of the new clear base we're going with. I think in the Witch of like the Ice Maiden and as well as Theros, they actually have large creatures and above actually are on clear bases. Because I know the new Hydra as well for Theros is on a clear base. So, as you can see, really big. I mean, honestly, with those wings, he covers up so much extra space. Like, I'd at least say he takes a, a 5x3 each side of that base for his wings. So, those are like huge class wings on their own in size. But I'm digressing. Let's do some more details on him. Let's take a look at his back here, where he actually has some nice star patterns painted in. You see him on his tail there. Goes down the tail. Let's get to the front of the body, where I know there's some right there in the front. There we go. See him on the neck, going down to the shoulders. They don't really seem to have any on the wings, though. Not a big deal. I mean, the wings themselves, you can see, are lightly translucent. The body itself is a translucent looking, but it's really solid. So you probably won't get a lot of reflection through there. So let's put him over here for a moment. Because now I'm going to do a little bit of some comparisons. And we're going to talk about this guy. So, here we have a dragon that's also an adult, or a huge class. We have a Chardalon himself from the board game Wrath of a Chardalon. As you can see, he is dwarfing a Chardalon. Now, I don't know if that's the new style they're going, where all the older minis are going to be now smaller and just not as good in comparison. But, Now, yes, I haven't painted a Chardalon. I'll get around to it eventually. I'll get around to painting him. Eventually, he's on the backlist of the minis I got to paint. But, I mean, you see here, he's a little bit, I think maybe because he's old, that's why he just doesn't look up to snuff. Because he's supposed to be the red dragon, which is the, beefiest of the chromatic and the toughest. So let's move him off for a second here. And we're going to compare him to another older mini, just because I can. And we're going to compare it to the enemy of the dragons, the Eldritch Giant. Which, honestly, I'd say they're probably the lower key or the more peacefully friendly versions. Since these guys are mostly about getting magical knowledge and hunting down magical artifacts and stuff like that. Which is actually would probably put them in maybe, conflict with the Sapphire Dragon, as they also love to get the magical gear. But as you can see, this dragon would probably be able to most likely overpower this giant based on the miniature to miniature size. However, though, if we compare it to a later made model from Kingsmaker, one of the premiums, the Earth Elemental, as you can see here, there's actually a little bit more realism in this of the sizing. Because I know people are going to say, but he's way bigger. There is that rock. The rock doesn't count as being equivalent. That rock is just a standing rock. It's the, basically act where his real base is, because it is the rock's diameter is a 3x3. While the clear base is literally just for stability. But of course, you can use him as a gargantuan. I see no reason why you couldn't, because he is really big. He's a big boy. He's a big, beefy winged dragon there. Very beefy winged. I mean, if they had made his wings a little easier and smaller, might have been easier to store, and they might have been able to just put him on a huge. But either way, it looks lovely. See, compared to the huge elemental, though, I could see them fighting it out pretty equally, because the body size, he's only about like that big in body, which is about like the elemental. The tail and the neck don't really count as much in that mass, but, as you can see there. But this dragon is pretty muscular and well streamlined. Let's compare him, though, to another big beefy dragon, the limited edition Black Dragon. Now, if you've checked my older videos, I did do a review on this guy. Really awesome. Now, as you can see, though, His body is a lot more of a muscularity. His chest and like back area here is very broad and thick. His arms are a little just thicker. His neck is very cylindrical, but his head is very thick and big, probably representing a huge bite force. Thick tail, thick legs, little skinny in the back quarters there, but as you can see with this dragon, you have kind of the similar thing. Thick back. Now, I honestly want to say this dragon to me looks like it's based on cat design. Like it has a bit of a cattish design based on the shoulder placement, its posture. It kind of reminds me of a large panther or a mountain lion put into a dragon. But, you know, there are many people saying dragons do happen to have a lot of cat-like tendencies with their triggers by motion and such like that. They're different light affinities, like shiny things set them off like you can for a cat if you're not careful. But anyway, as you can see, this guy could definitely compete with this big dragon. It could definitely be a pretty good showdown. Ooh, I got a lovely shot of those sparkles. Anyway, let's take him off here now. And we'll go over, and while I hold him here for a second, I'm going to read what's on the back of that box, just because I know I didn't show the box, but I'll read it. I'll do a quick little paragraph here. We'll go with the we'll go with the last paragraph, just because I feel it gives a description. Over 160 millimeters tall, this miniature is based on the all-new art for the Sapphire Dragon, released by Wizards of the Coast, for the 45th anniversary of Dungeons & Dragons. Completely translucent with gem-like effects on the wings and body, the dragon is a great foe for your next adventure or a beautiful piece for display. So as you can see, he's ready for either or, your shelf and the game board. So a really awesome dragon. I definitely give him 2 thumbs up. For sure, 2 thumbs up. This dragon's going to look lovely when I finally get around to making a giant display stand for all my dragons and stuff. Just really lovely. Right now, he just looks fantastic. I'll probably be putting him back in the box for safety and keep him safe for now, but definitely worth it. I recommend getting him, guys, while you have the time, because if people start reselling him, trust me, they're going to ask for a ton of money, and he's got a good price tag on him now. So, hey, guys, that's all I got for you. As usual, though, do check out our channel for the Dice and Dummies. I am DMing Season 2 of the podcast. And if you want to check out Season 1, my bro Zach was actually DMing that one. So if you want to catch up on what's happened so far, you know, and be fully up there, then I definitely recommend. We always love having reviews and hearing from our fans. So, you know, definitely subscribe and check us out, guys. Anyway, guys, have a great one and be safe out there, guys. Bye-bye.